Hi everyone, good morning. Today we are going to learn about one of the opening, which is four knight defense. We are going to understand how we have to play that opening and what are the things that we have to explain to our students while teaching it. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so obviously we are going to start with the king pawn, which is the first opening which we have to teach with the students, so they will be able to understand how they have to use their center pawn. So e4, e5, knight to f3. So when you're explaining the four knight defense, you can explain the rules of opening as well as, okay, so if like your students were having doubt, you can easily clear the four knight defense as well as the rules of opening. Okay, so rule number one, we have to start with the center pawn, which we have done it here. And now after moving the center pawn, we are developing our minor pieces, which is the knight. And when we are developing the knight from here, knight is attacking on the e5, as you can see. So black has to protect this pawn, and he has to find the best way to protect that pawn. So black is doing knight to c6. So he is also developing a piece, and the same time he is protecting the pawn as well as. Okay, now white has to do the development move. So knight to c3. Okay, and black is also developing his second knight, which is called four knight defense. When we are developing our four knights, okay, all the knights are developed now, as you can see in the position. Now we are going to know more in detail how we have to continue from here. Okay, so once the both knights are developed, white will go with the opening the center. So he will control the center, and he will be able to develop his bishop also in the next move from g5 or from e5. Both options are there. So that's why he is doing d4. As you can see, black has two defense on that square. It means that black is able to capture from both of the pieces. And white has also two defense. One is coming from the knight and one is from the queen. So black has captured it. Now white has to capture with the knight. Now if black is capturing the knight into knight, it will be better for white, because white queen will come on the center and he will be able to attack on the opponent easily. That's why he is not capturing it. The best move for black is to doing bishop to b4. You can see when we are doing bishop to b4, we are attacking on the knight. It means that now knight is not able to move, because behind the knight there is a king. So this knight will not be able to move. So we are pinning the knight. Now that knight was protecting this pawn earlier. Now he is pinned, so he can't protect the pawn. So white has to find the other way, the better way to protect this pawn. Okay, so he has to check the options what he can do. One move is bishop to d3, which is a good move to protect the pawn, but there is a problem. If he do bishop to d3, his knight will be gone, because the protection from the knight will be gone. So black can easily capture the knight. So what we have to do is, first we have to capture the knight into knight. So it will be an equal exchange. We are capturing the 3 points, and we will lose 3 points. So it is an equal exchange, and after that we can do bishop to d3. Now, after doing the bishop to d3, you can see the pawn is protected now. We don't have to worry about the pawn now. It's protected. Now, black is doing d5. There's a two major reason of doing d5. First, he wants to develop his bishop. So he opened the diagonal of the bishop. So it will be easy for black to develop this bishop. And second is the double pawn, which you can see he wants to remove the double pawn. So he has done d5 to controlling the center with the d pawn. Now we will capture. Black will also capture as he planned to do that. And now you can see the double pawn is removed. Now we can do castle. Castle is one of the important thing which we have to do as soon as possible. Black is also doing the same. And then now you can see from white side, most of the minor pieces are developed. Only one piece is there, minor piece, which we have to develop. And g5 is the right place because we are pinning the knight. As you can see, the knight is pinned. He needed to find a way to protect the pawn, which was protected by knight. So this pawn, when you can see, this was protected by the knight. So we have to protect this pawn. Okay, as the knight is already protected, we have to find a way to protect the pawn. So we have an option. The best way to do it is pawn to c6. This is the main line of 4-knight defense. Okay, there are some changes if opponent will do, how we can take advantage on that. Suppose in the place of pawn to c6, if a black is doing mistake like h6, okay, so we can capture this knight easily, and once he will capture with the pawn, then we can take the knight into d5. As you can see, the knight into d5, we are sacrificing our knight. Queen has to capture it, and then we can do discover check. You can see we are doing it here. The king is under attack, and the same time we are attacking on the queen. So he has to capture that, and once he will capture, we will take the queen. So it is one of the important opening which students can use in their regular game. This can be the first opening for the students. So this is the way that you can explain 4-knight defense.